Hey everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript Party and my buddy Rhett back there. It is 8:40 a.m. and this is it's Tuesday, May 27th. So only 4 more days left in the month, and this is what I like to call a super Monday. It's like everybody was off on Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They were sort of, a lot of people were totally mentally disconnected on Friday, anyways, because of the 3 day weekend. And now everyone is exhausted. These are days you have to be very, very careful with. You don't want to damage any relationships today. You don't want to lose your job today. Yeah, it's just going to be hard on everybody. So it's probably a good idea to, just try to be, try to get some stuff done and be sort of sensitive that like everybody's in a weakened state at the moment. But it is 8:41, so this is gonna have to be a short one. Unfortunately, I have a pretty easy task today, so I don't know if I'll get it done, but we'll see. Here's a nut for Rhett. There you go, girl. And so basically, I need to add another menu item up here, and I noticed that I do have app menu up here. I can't remember how I did the styling. So basically, I move it to the whole thing. So like, let's go ahead and just put a border around it so we can see what 1px solid and white. See what we're working with here. Okay, so basically I want another one to be right over here. So, and so decisions have been made previous, and that's that we have a menu class. It probably makes sense to see, and then I think our menu class has data in it, but I don't know. Let's go look and see how app menu. Yeah, so we don't have any bindings in this. So let's go ahead and look at our component. So that's definitely going to be in, I believe we have a components. Yeah, app menu HTML. So wrong one. That's our custom layout. That's what we were working on yesterday. App menu. I'm going to close everything else. So we have a button and a map menu. So this other one won't have a menu, but we will have a button. So what it would be nice is if I could add another one that doesn't have all these triggers on it. And it's going to look like a little, it'll swap back and forth between looking like a little like table and looking like a little grid. So I want to add another button. I don't know. This is probably, yeah, so I was kind of thinking I'd want to do it in here, but now I'm thinking I would probably be better off creating another component. So let's go ahead and do that. Look at the time. And so we'll go to our packages. And even though there's only one thing, I'm going to close it, close others. And we're going to create a new menu, and it's going to be called layout instead of menu. I don't know if that's a good name or not, but we're going to go with that for now. And I think I put a C in front of everything. App layout and app. And I would love to vent about Angular material right now. Don't have that much time, but man, I swear I spent so much time yesterday working on a different project for my, another little side project for me that's a personal thing, not like a professional thing. And it was, I was trying to use Ruby or Red Rose, and like the things weren't coming out. And I was going back and forth with ChatGPT, and it turns out that it just isn't completely fleshed out yet. Oh man, that was a time killer. Okay, so it's going to create an app layout menu. It's going to create its own folder, so we don't have to do the like create a little subfolder, and it will show up in there. So let's go ahead and run it, and then let's kind of look up and sort of imagine what we expect to happen. Expect to have a new folder in here that will give us 4 items. So it's still not to the point where we should break it down into a smaller, into more folder, you know, further divide it. So npm run cap layout menu. Okay, I want to see a new folder show up in here when I run this. I only have one. Right. Okay, so I have 3 things in Git right now. Yeah, I changed the package that. Oh, and that visualization service. All right. Oh man. So there is a risk. Sometimes when I do this, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, that can just go in the next thing. There's a risk where I might say, oh, everything I have is wrong. Let me just undo everything. And then I'm going to lose this thing that I don't want to lose if I do that. So try to remember that. All right. And there it is. All right. So now we have our app layout menu. I got to constantly look at the time because there isn't much time today. And I want to grab this, and I want to grab this, and I want to bring it into our component, and I want it to be just to the left of app menu. And it's, I just never know what to do first. Because it's upset because I didn't import app menu. I have to import the class. Menu. So it's going to be upset about this. I need to go back in here. I need to get this class name. Layout. I like that name. Sometimes, like sometimes it'll be like if you add, it'll add like something to the end, and then sometimes it doesn't. So then you have to remember when you're creating it, which, you know, if you want this, the thing. So I wanted to make sure I didn't name it app layout menu component. So I did not. So that worked out. And then component, and then app layout component. So then we have to import it, and then it probably won't. Well, that is exactly where I wanted it. So these are my components. Do I still use viz component? Yes, I still use viz component. Do I use this visualization items anywhere? Yeah, it doesn't look like I ever used that. So like in a professional environment, like in this environment, it's no big deal. Just delete it. Not using it, just go ahead and delete it. In a professional environment, that is a huge mistake. If you're going to delete, do that. If you're going to, you know, be proactive, which is a good idea. You know, there's like a clean coding concept, which was, I believe, lifted from the Boy Scouts, which is always leave the campsite better than you found it. You know, this shouldn't be here. So let's do a little bit of cleanup. Boom. Let's go back over here, make sure everything's compiling nicely. It's add viz, yeah, everything's working. Well, you can actually see the time now. You see, it used to be instant, right? Like, but now there's like a bit of a where you can see it show up there first at the top position just for a second. But anyways, I don't know if that's worth dealing with. Okay, so that is there. It is 8:50. We still have a little bit of time. We want to take our viz component. We can't see it, and it's probably behind this one, or who knows where it's at. But we know it's in there and that it wants to have this app layout menu. And so let's go ahead and it could be that it's text and the text color is black, but let's go ahead and okay, so I think we want it to be right about, let's just, for now, this is probably not the right one, but 200 pixels in that app dash layout menu. There it is, right there. All right, so we want this to be, well, we'll just leave it there for the moment. We want there to be a matte icon in there. 851. Wrong one. I keep going to the wrong one. This is where I want to be, not here. Right, on here. And we don't want any of the bindings. We want to get rid of all these triggers and bindings. And And like whether you want to whether you want to I forgot what I was going to say completely. Oh yeah, whether you want to make like separate components or in the same component and all that, it really varies. I don't think there's really a best practice for that yet. Okay, so it looks like what we need to do is we need to come into our here and we need to include these two imports. So I'm just going to overlay that and then let it, hopefully the IDE will figure out where to bring them in from. Sometimes it just does it. And then sometimes you click the button and it's blue, and then sometimes it can't figure it out at all. I don't know what the secret sauce is on why sometimes, why it is different ways, but you kind of need to know how to deal with all three of them. So there's that. Now, don't know why it's black, why it's white with black. I thought that, did I remove? Okay, so icon button dark. Okay. So we just want to lift and shift this. That's a tough one. Do we want to make this sort of like where it's not lifted and shifted or all that? I think that we probably want to have duplicate code here. And that's because I think they are going to split. I don't think it's going to stay the same. So I don't want to, and I like knowing exactly where that is. Okay, and so we do not want let's see, 854. Well, so okay, so let's go ahead and take care of the positioning real quick. And that is up here. So let's move that to 100. Let's see how 100 looks. And then 70. It's probably good. Maybe 75. A little bit of space. Oh, I'm sorry, 65. that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get rid of the borders. I don't think we need those anymore. All right, and then what happens if I click this? Okay, so when I mouse over, so we didn't get this mouse over, which is weird. I could have sworn, did I miss that? Let's see, in the CSS, oh yeah. I do not think I'm going to regret putting these in two different, or making them the same, sort of duplicating that. I might end up, but I don't think so. I have a feeling that I'm going to want these to be different for some reason. Anyways, it's 8:55, so I need to get off now, but so tomorrow's video will make that since we start off in custom, I'll make that the sort of the icon that kind of indicates that it's going linear, and then and then the next thing we'll do, get the swapping working, so that when you click on it, this thing changes the look of the icon itself. Whenever you click on it, it just toggles back and forth. And then get the routing working, so that whenever you click on the one, you'll either go to custom or tabular, and then next will be to actually set up the routing outlet, so that the correct components, whether it's going to be the app custom layout or the other component, whatever the new component shows up based on the routing. So those are that'll probably get me through most of this week. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.